In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis drew a map that should not exist. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary 16th century map of the known world. But then you look closer. Nestled at the bottom of the parchment, drawn with uncanny accuracy, is a section of land that appears to be the northern coastline of Antarctica. Not only that, it shows Antarctica without ice. But wait, Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until 1820. And according to modern science, it's been covered in ice for over 6,000 years. So how did Piri Reis map a continent he shouldn't have even known existed? This map, preserved today in Istanbul's Topkapi Palace, has baffled researchers, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. What makes it even more mysterious is that Piri Reis didn't claim credit for discovering this land himself. In the notes on the map, he writes that he compiled it from dozens of older source maps, some drawn by Portuguese explorers, some rumored to date back to the time of Alexander the Great, and others of completely unknown origin. He said he merely copied what had already been known centuries or perhaps millennia before him. When the map was rediscovered in 1929, it sparked immediate controversy. In the 1960s, a U.S. Air Force captain named Lorenzo Burrows compared it to newly captured seismic radar images of Antarctica's subglacial coastline, the land beneath the ice. The match was shocking. The shape, the curvature, even the topography lined up. It looked like whoever drew the original source maps had somehow seen Antarctica before it froze over. That's where things get really strange, because mainstream geology tells us that Antarctica has been under ice for over 6,000 years. That predates not only Piri Reis, but the rise of Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, and every known advanced civilization. If the source maps were accurate, who made them? Could there have been a seafaring civilization with advanced cartographic knowledge long before history tells us such a thing was possible? Some point to the lost civilization of Atlantis. Others suggest forgotten global cultures wiped out by cataclysm, like a massive flood or pole shift. And then there are those who say ancient astronauts might have passed on this knowledge to early humans. It sounds like science fiction until you remember this isn't some vague myth. This is a real map held in a real museum showing something we can't explain. Of course, not everyone agrees. Skeptics argue the southern portion of the Piri Reis map is simply a misrepresentation of South America, drawn with errors common to the time. They say cartographers in the 1500s often included imaginary lands to fill blank spaces. They also claim the resemblance to Antarctica is exaggerated, that the so-called match with subglacial coastlines is selective interpretation at best. But here's the issue. If the skeptics are right, why do parts of the coastline align with modern data captured by advanced satellite and radar technology? And why did Piri Reis include handwritten notes that suggest he knew this section of the world was drawn from ancient sources now lost to time? The mystery deepens when you consider that the Piri Reis map is not alone. Other ancient maps, like the Unanswered map from 1531 and the Subglacial map of 1737, also seem to show a similar landmass in the Antarctic region, again, with coastlines unburdened by ice. It's as if a hidden legacy of geographic knowledge kept resurfacing through time, in the hands of people who didn't fully understand what they had. So where did this knowledge come from? One theory suggests that a seafaring civilization existed tens of thousands of years ago, capable of navigating the globe and charting its lands with remarkable accuracy. Evidence of such a civilization may have been lost during the Younger Dryas period, a time of sudden climate change and mass extinction around 12,000 years ago. If such a culture had existed, it might explain ancient megalithic structures, star alignments, and perhaps forgotten maps. But if we entertain this idea, it opens the door to an even bigger question. What else have we lost to time? And what truths are hiding in plain sight? Could it be that our timeline of history is incomplete, or worse, manipulated? Because if just one map like the Piri Reis is accurate, it rewrites everything we thought we knew about human civilization. And that's the part no one talks about. The map isn't locked in some conspiracy vault. It's in public view. Historians see it, researchers study it, but mainstream academia avoids its deeper implications. Why? Is it because the evidence is too fragile? or because admitting it changes the foundation of history itself. This isn't about believing in aliens or lost continents. It's about questioning the gaps in our knowledge. The Piri Reis Map isn't definitive proof of a forgotten civilization, but it's a crack in the wall, a glitch in the official timeline. And those cracks, when you follow them, often lead somewhere unexpected. So next time someone tells you history is settled, ask them one question. How did a 16th century admiral map Antarctica? Without ice? If this opened your mind to the hidden chapters of our past, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and drop a comment with your theory. Was it lost knowledge, ancient tech, or just a lucky guess? This is just one piece of the puzzle, and here at SumoSam, we dig into the rest.